Hello and welcome back to the channel, and welcome back to another episode of Astral Ascension. So last episode, it's kind of a really chill episode actually. So we left we, ac- we left Aksari, but somehow someone snuck on board. But they were also part of the crew, or should I say, yeah, some of those they were. Uh, okay, I'm so bad at recapping, but anyway, the person who snuck on board is basically an idol. She was a part of one of those depowered ships that were sucked into the planet, and she snuck on board because basically her manager, who was eventually fired, colluded with the kidnappers, and therefore she panicked and escaped. And then had she found us. I mean, she saw us, and then she snuck on board and hid in the cargo bay. But eventually, we escorted her, if you can call it that. Drop her off at the planet at the drop her off at the planet where we're supposed to go, which is Edenia, which is also kind of the same name as the place in one of the places in Mortal Kombat. We dropped her off there, and then her team picked her up. After that, we have our own free time episode. So basically, what we did is we hung out with Luna. We went to the botanical gardens, and we are kind of now on track. Basically, we are kind of locked on to her route now. We're not official yet, but we are proposing to Luna that we have the intent to date her. I think that's how I take from that. So at least Luna knows that Luna is aware of our feelings, and then we are basically confirmed on the Luna's route now. But if we decide to pursue any other girl, I don't think it will end well. So after the hangout with Luna, we went back to the Eidos, and turns out Kai has a surprise dinner prepared. And turns out he's a really good chef. We had a great dinner, and then that's about that. I think, yeah, they still haven't fixed the text issue regarding the load save. Oh yeah, I keep forgetting to send a text. Maybe they already know, but my concern is that someone might have already have the bug reports put in there, so I'm worried that I sent the same thing. But I might as well just send it regardless. I think we left off here, basically always on the previous sentence, because whenever it loads, it's like that. It doesn't show the text that we saved on. When I finally wake up, I feel refreshed and rejuvenated. I'd almost forgotten what a good night's sleep felt like. I pull my arms overhead into a stretch, then I flip off my blankets and get ready for the day. Wonder what mission we'll have this time. I could really go for some breakfast right now. My stomach grumbles in agreement. I take one last look at myself in the mirror before exiting my room. Then I cross through the corridor and make my way into the kitchen. I pour myself some coffee and then pull a few ingredients out of the fridge to make a simple breakfast. After last night's huge meal, I want something light and filling. I bring my plate into the lounge and catch up on the news while I eat, taking my time to enjoy my food. When I'm done, I clean up and exit the kitchen. I realize that I left my phone back in my room, so I should go get it. So I make my way down the corridor. Soon I reach my quarters and enter my room. My phone is on my bedside dresser where I left it. I quickly check my messages. There are a few emails that I should take care of. In fact, I might as well get some work done while I have some time to myself. I wonder what kind of work we have apart from being a pilot. I take the next few hours to get myself organized and make sure my accounts are in order. Yeah, maybe just basically chores. And maybe some of the finances that we are managing, as well as some bills for Celeste or something. Afterwards, I tidy my room and get my laundry done. They may not be the most fun activities, but they're a necessary evil of adulthood. Couldn't agree more. Eventually, my phone buzzes with a text message. It's from Luna. So yeah, after you log on to certain routes, you'll get events mostly from the characters that you... At this point, it wouldn't sound right to say character with the highest affection anymore. It's like the character you've proposed to now. Like, basically, you're well on the route now. You can already say that you're basically on the route itself now, but it's not official that we're not officially a couple just yet. Where are you? Huh. That's a weird message. Oh no, is she the yandere? I quickly type a reply. In my room. You haven't left yet? No, to go where? Aren't we having lunch? Wait, did I have plans with Luna today? I don't remember making any. As I'm wrecking my brain, another message chimes on my phone. Oh my, I just realized I forgot to ask you. I chuckle. I would have expected this forgetfulness from Vela, but not from Luna. These must be some intense lunch plans. I receive another message. So, do you have lunch plans today? I type back. No. Well, now you do. Meet me in the town square? Sure. Well, another free time event, I guess. I confirm with Luna and she sends me the location. My day is suddenly looking much brighter. I wonder what she has planned for lunch. I suppose I'll find out soon. I don't want to keep Luna waiting for too long, so I quickly get changed and then head out of my room. I wonder if you just state that you're not interested. If she got the wrong idea when we gave her the flowers, would that affect this scene entirely? Maybe it won't. Maybe it will turn into a platonic route, or maybe that's the scene to officially get onto her route. So, you know what? Let's proceed and find out. It could be, if we like somehow says that we are not in, how do I put it? If we said it's just a misunderstanding when we gave her the flowers, I'm pretty sure we might not even have this cutscene entirely, but I could be wrong. I exit the ship and make my way to the transport station. I'm looking forward to lunch with Luna. We didn't get to spend that much time together during dinner, so I can't say I'm disappointed to have her to myself today. Soon I arrived at my stop. After a short walk, I reached the square where Luna said she'd be waiting. On one side of the square is an assortment of shops and restaurants, each displaying vivid neon signs. On the other side is the opening to a small park. In the middle of the square is a tall tower where advertisements flash products across a broad screen. At the base of the tower is Luna. She smiles brightly when I approach.
You made it!
Oh, so we're well on the route, I guess. I guess Edenia is the... I guess we're still on a... I think with how they plan the episodes, episode 3 is where you get together with one of the character routes. Episode 4 is... basically episode 4 is where things get official, I suppose. I'm not entirely. Wait, I forgot. Episode 3 is where you get official with the girl. Episode 4 is somewhat basically free time events are basically dating scenes. Episode 5 is like more dating scenes, I said. I mean, what I want to say is every episode 3 of each of the games, I think it's where you get together with the girl. If any of the girl romance options, I suppose. Yeah, I hope you weren't waiting long. She shakes her head.
It was just enough time to get my preparations in place.
Preparations? Luna holds up the basket in her hands. A picnic? She nods.
Sometimes it can be a bit crowded on the ship, don't you agree?
That's funny. I was just thinking the same thing.
Does that mean you've been thinking about how to get me alone?
Technically, we can have private time in the medical bay, but you might not know when someone will have an emergency, so yeah, that's not a good idea. Well, haven't you? Don't pretend like you haven't been thinking the same thing.
I wouldn't dare.
I gesture to her basket. Then, what's that? Luna giggles, her eyes flashing wickedly.
My means to get you alone.
I grin.
Are you hungry?
Famished.
Come, let's set up.
Luna leads me to the park where many others enjoy the I can't say that word. Picturesque view on the well-manicured lawn. I hear the laughter of children playing and the quiet chatter of conversations. You pass a few other couples with the same idea, picnicking on the grass. Okay, so the flower scene is technically official then. So I guess that we're officially on her route now. Eventually, we settle in a secluded spot, and Luna lays out the blanket that was tucked into her basket. Afterwards, she pulls out 2 containers. I blink at the neat rolls of seaweed, rice, and fish. Sushi? Oh, I kind of said it in a wrong expression. Sushi. She grins.
I finally got the ingredients.
Did you make them yourself?
Yes, I was inspired by a certain someone who I know enjoys sushi.
She winks. I'm surprised Luna still remembers that conversation. With everything that has happened, our first kitchen adventure feels so long ago. It warms me to know that she cares, and I can't help the smile growing on my face. When I look at her, she's grinning too. There's a spark in her eyes that draws me into her, and for a moment I forget about the park and all of the people in it. Until I hear the camera shut the click. In an instant, reality comes crashing back as Luna and I snap our attention to the small... How do I pronounce this? Wiry? Is it? Yeah, I don't think it's anything... Hopefully it's not anything too bad. Wiry man crouched nearby. I think it's from the word wire or something. Holding a large camera in front of his face. He slowly lowers the camera.
Hello?
Cameron Snap. What a name. This option? Is this the This is the typical line from a certain best girl in the first game. Yeah, her iconic line. But yeah, either this or this. But yeah, I like going for the typical second option unless there's a really good fourth option. Yeah, normally I would like this option as well, but I prefer the second option. If it weren't Luna, I think I would choose this option. If it were Vela, I'd probably choose this. Yeah, this option. Is this what it feels like to be a celebrity? Well, if I'm going to have my picture taken, I should make sure it's decent. Make sure you catch my good side. I strike a manly pose.
Oh, that looks fun.
Luna follows my lead and throws up peace signs. Smile for the paparazzi.
Cheese.
The man gasped.
Paparazzi! How dare you mistake me for those talentless hacks?
He recollects himself and clears his throat.
Perhaps I should introduce myself. My name is Cameron Snap.
He grins and bows with a flourish. I blink. Am I supposed to know who that is? He deflates a little.
Well, yes.
Sorry. Beside me, Luna has her phone pulled out. Suddenly, her eyes light up.
Oh, the Eye of the Beholder exhibit. I know who you are.
He perks back up.
Yes, exactly. That's me.
Luna's eyes widen.
That exhibit is very exclusive. Getting a ticket is impossible if you aren't already in the art scene.
Wow, an exclusive showcase? This guy sounds like a big deal.
Are you working on a new project?
Yes. It's the sequel to my Eye of the Beholder series.
His arms emphasize each word.
The Lens of Love.
Oh, how very exciting.
Huh, that's impressive. I'm surprised I haven't heard of you before.
As am I.
I'm not surprised by his attitude.
Well, I look forward to your next exhibit, especially if you'll keep a ticket on reserve for me.
Luna winks. He grins.
For someone as lovely as yourself, how could I refuse?
It would truly be an honor to attend.
She smiles. Before I can say anything, Cameron holds up his hand.
Don't worry, I'll reserve some for you too. It would only be fair for my participants to attend their own showing.
Hold on. Sorry about that. Wait, participants?
Indeed. I'm looking for inspiration, and you two are the perfect subjects for the Lens of Love. Never have I seen such openness and ease between a couple.
Oh, so, okay, based on the choices, it kind of gives me the impression that we're still not that official just yet, but we're basically on her route now. So we can still like back off, but I don't want that in this run. I am wondering whether if I should choose the other two traits, which is the strongman and the intelligence. I think the intelligence is called tactician based on the guy that I saw. So yeah, the strength and the athletic at the tactician trait, and then go through each of the characters' routes. But I don't want to do that because I don't think there's any much differences in each of the story routes. Unless you need certain traits to get certain CGs, then that's a totally different case altogether. Then I'll possibly make one to just do those routes. Hold on. Yeah, the second option. You have a good eye. I smile at Luna and sling my arm across her shoulders, pulling her closer. We do look good together, don't we? I'm worried that she might pull away. Instead, she meets my gaze. Slowly, she grins, a playful look in her eyes.
Who am I to disagree with the famous Cameron?
I hear the click of the camera shutter.
Fantastic! So does this mean you'll do it?
Luna tugs playfully on my arm.
What do you think, honey? Doesn't it sound fun?
Yes. No, I don't want to choose this option. I'm in. Well, if Luna's down, then I'm down too. I smile at her. Yeah, let's do it.
Excellent, excellent!
Cameron raises the camera to his face.
Go ahead.
Luna and I awkwardly stare at each other. What are we supposed to do?
Just do what you were doing.
What were we doing?
We were just about to eat, right?
Oh, right. I reach for one of the sushi rolls and stuff it in my mouth. This is delicious. You have Yeah, you have done yourself, Luna.
Thank you.
No, interact more. I need to see the two of you together.
These two, either one. Feed her like a more typical, or a more literal literal interaction. Default to second option. If you, yeah. When in doubt, default to the second one. If he wants more of us together, then I will gladly oblige. I scoot closer to Luna and wrap my arms around her. At the same time, Luna picks up a sushi roll and offers it to me. We end up in a confusing tangle of arms. We blink at each other in surprise, then Luna bursts into giggles.
Well, that could have gone smoother.
I know how to fix this. I grin and accept the sushi roll, then I lower her arm and bring her close to me. Her head naturally rests on my shoulder. Better?
Much better.
Cameron drops his camera and rubs his chin.
Still missing that spark from before.
Maybe we should try a change of scenery?
Yes, good idea. Stand up, walk around.
We haven't finished eating, I don't think so. We quickly do as we are told, but he still frowns.
You're both too stiff, too forced. Relax.
I try to relax, but it's hard to do so when there's a guy pointing at a camera and yelling at me. I hear Luna come up from behind me.
I have an idea of how to relax you.
Her fingers trail out my back and over my shoulders, sending electric shivers up my spine. I'm not sure.
Catch!
Suddenly, she leaps onto my back. Catch? Wow, the timer here is so... It's a timed one, so yeah, this one blends in with the color that if you don't notice it, you might mess it up. Hey! I easily catch her legs and her arms thread loosely around my neck. I feel her smell against my cheek.
Oh my! You made that look so easy.
This could be a potential CG moment, but I don't think there is. Her breath tickles my ear. That's because it was. She giggles.
Are you more relaxed?
I twist to look back at her, but suddenly realize just close her lips are. The camera clicks wildly.
Beautiful! There it is!
Well, I guess I am. Wait, what was I gonna say? Oh yeah. I'm answering her question. Her smile broadens and she winks.
I knew my little trick would work.
Oh, the doctor always knows best. With the ice broken, the rest of the photo session goes much more smoothly. Cameron is more direct with his instructions as he follows us around the park. He puts us into various poses, but he also captures the in-between moments when Luna and I are just being ourselves. Luna is a natural in front of the camera. She plays up the couple angle in all of the right ways, hugging my arm or finding new ways to... Wait, what? Or finding new ways to touch me and be close. This statement sounds so wrong out of context. Whoops. I can't say I don't enjoy the attention, but a few niggling? Wait, what? That a word? Niggling thoughts keep me cautious. Is Luna acting this affectionately because she likes me, or is this all for the camera? Well, I'm pretty sure after the flower scene where she's basically returning the affection, right? She's basically reciprocating our feelings, in a way. Let's look up that word. Yeah, that is a word. If I said in a slightly wrong pronunciation, which I sometimes might mistake some words, I would accidentally say a certain N word. Yeah, this almost caught me off guard. Because I don't exactly know about the the N-word thing, but okay, I'm not gonna go dive too deep into that rabbit hole. I just know the N-word from memes, that's all. Okay, next one. When I eventually glance at the sky, it blazes with streaks of gold, orange and gold. Gold and orange, yeah, whatever. If I said it by mistake, it's still the same. Huh, it's getting pretty late.
Huh?
Cameron looks at the sunset, and his eyes grow wide.
Oh, you're right. Hurry, hurry.
He fusses in a panic, ushering Luna and me closer together. What are we hurrying for?
My final shot. My pièce de résistance. The truest expression of love.
I stare blankly at him. He sighs.
A kiss.
Oh, we might miss the CG if we decline him. So, yeah, I spoiled myself regarding that CG. So, spoiler. I glance at Luna. She watches Cameron fuss about her with amusement. Suddenly, he pushes me towards her.
Now quickly before we lose the light.
Luna meets my eyes, her smile growing. She tucks a lock of hair behind her ear, waiting for me to make the next move. Is this really happening? Luna isn't objecting. Yeah, I'm guessing since giving her the flowers, we have like a few opportunities to back off of that route. Just to make sure whether we want to keep everything platonic or if we want to officially step into that relationship. So we're going with her route, so I've been waiting for this moment. I won't let this opportunity pass me by. Framed by the golden light, Luna looks angelic, and I never wanted her more. My arm wraps around her waist and I pull her into me. Wait, what? Okay, it's the next text. Her breath catches in her throat and she looks up at me with surprise. A thick electricity crackles between us. Luna watches me with bated breath. She doesn't know what I'll do next, but she's ready to play along. I've never seen her so vulnerable. There we go, the CG. I lean in and our lips meet in a wave of passion. I taste the sweetness of her lips and feel how soft she is pressed and feel how soft she is pressed against me. The perfume of her hair is intoxicating, and I deepen the kiss. She responds eagerly, snaking her arms around my neck as her body pushes against me. The heat between us is undeniable and I lose myself to her. Eventually, we breathlessly pull away. Luna's parting smile is glowing while she catches her breath.
Wow.
Yeah.
Wow is an understatement.
The two of us are startled back to reality. In the heat of the moment, I'd forgotten all about Cameron or where we are and what we're doing. It's obvious Luna had too.
Never have I seen such raw passion. The passion between you two is smoldering. It was perfect.
Luna and I share a glance and I grin. He's not wrong. That kiss is something I'll be thinking about for a while.
Does that mean you've got the shot?
Yes, absolutely.
Are you sure? I don't mind going again. It's always good to have backup, right? Yeah, it's
It
always...
doesn't matter. The lighting has already changed. Besides, you don't need a backup when you already have perfection. And that was pure perfection.
Yeah, it's always good to have a backup. Yeah, I missed the word. The character, Yeah, I don't know why I'm... Yeah, it's me.
That's a shame.
Finally, Cameron puts down his camera and then nods.
Well, I've got more than enough here for the gallery. And as you said, it's getting late. And I need to get this film sorted. Thank you both again, and look out for those tickets.
Wait, you were serious about that?
course. I hope you'll be there.
We definitely will. Thank you.
After... Wait, what? Is this intended? If they put this word here, after D. Cameron confirms our information, he leaves the park. Not sure if is this accidental or intentional. As soon as Cameron disappears from view, Luna turns to me.
Well, he was certainly an interesting character.
Yeah, if we decline him, we'll miss that CG altogether. So yeah, we're also collecting CGs as well. So it's a good thing we accepted his offer. So I think the kiss makes things official then, right? Hopefully there's no other options to say that to still decline or anything. Yeah, the kiss scene is the final chance to back off. But why would you back off if you're like going for a certain character's route, right? You could say that again. I never met someone so enthusiastic about a kiss. Luna giggles.
Yes, he really liked that, didn't he?
Well, that's true. He's not the only one who did. Well, he wasn't the only one. Luna smirks.
Oh, did you enjoy it too?
Well, who said anything about me? I was actually referring to you.
Me?
She blinks and then giggles.
I was certainly a willing participant.
So does that mean I was right?
You'll have to wait for the pictures to find out.
She smiles. I can't wait that long.
I found the whole experience fun, and I got to meet Cameron in person.
Okay, missing line. Definitely. She grins.
Thanks for playing along.
I should be saying that to you.
You still can.
I laugh. Thanks for playing along. She smiles.
It was my pleasure.
The waning dusk has nearly faded. We both glance at the darkening sky.
It's getting pretty late. Are you ready to head back?
Yep, let's get going. Together we gather up our things and then exit the park. Luna leads us to the transport station and we take the short ride back to the docks. Yeah, I think the entire scene we only ate one piece of sushi, right? But yeah, nitpicking. But I guess we kind of ate during our session with Cameron. Oh wait, I kind of should have set my Streamlabs recording to performance mode to somehow probably increase the frame rates that in my recording. I have no idea about that. I don't see the difference, but regardless, when we arrive at the ship, we enter through the cargo hold. But I still am. But why does the lines tell me that we are kind of still not officially together with her? But based on the context, it doesn't seem that way though. If we are, we should be holding hands, right? But hand holding from the developers claims lewd. Yeah, holding hands is very lewd. Have I read this? When we arrive at the ship, we enter through the cargo hold. Then we climb up the stairs and pause by the quarters. I had a lot of fun today. Luna grins.
So did I. Even if things didn't go as expected.
That just means we'll need more time. That just means we'll need to make more plans together.
I like that idea.
Did I say the right sentence? That just means we'll need to make more plans together. Okay. After one last smile, we say our goodbyes and I enter my room. My head is still light from today's event. Even though she just left, I can't wait to see Luna again. I think it's more of a dating. Well, if it's a dating phase, but it doesn't feel that we're. But if it's a dating phase, doesn't mean that we're already a couple. Okay, I have no idea all of the social norms at this. All of the social norms at this point. being single for too long do that to you, right? You get socially awkward, and okay, I'm not gonna dive too deep into that. I fiddle around in my room, but no level of distraction can keep my mind from wandering to Luna. I need to get out of here and find a better distraction. Maybe I'll have more luck in the lounge. I get up from my seat and exit my room. As I near the lounge, I hear faint music interlaced with sporadic dings and other sound effects. It sounds like someone's playing a video game. Ah, Kai. Bro event. I enter to see Kai sitting cross-legged on the floor, a controller in hand. He twitches along with the character on the screen, tilting his body as he tilts the controller.
Come on, nope. Jump. Jump, yes!
The screen darkens for a second. Level completed. Hey Kai. Kai cranes his neck to see me.
Hey man, enjoying your free time?
Yeah, looks like you are too. He grins. I sit down on the couch and take in the bouncing character. Oh, come on. Are you playing Super Stereo? Stereo? Yeah, Stereo.
Yeah.
Wow, that really brings me back.
Oh, you played it too?
Honestly, not my cup of tea. But for the sake of the bromance, hell yeah. Who hasn't? Stereo Brothers are a classic. Kai grins.
I knew you were a man of exquisite tastes.
Regardless, it's a popular franchise in Polaris, so everyone's familiar with it.
It's quite popular in Seirdros too.
Oh, a little more background with him. His response is unexpected but not surprising. Well, I guess some things transcend all borders. Or maybe our planets aren't so different after all. Kai laughs.
I wouldn't go that far. Polaris is a lot of things, but it's definitely not Seirdros.
You know, you've never actually told me what Seirdros is like.
You mean my many warnings weren't clear enough?
Nope, all the times in Aksari, all our moments in Aksari basically is like a drop, it's just a drop of water in the ocean. So yeah, not enough. I chuckle. You've made your disdain for the planet very clear, but you've never shared what's so bad about it.
Fair point.
Kai sets down the controller.
It's complicated. From the outside, it's like any other free world planet. We have a governing body that sets the laws and a decent economy. But take a closer look, and you'll realize that the real power and control is held by the cartels.
Ah. Yeah, the line is so inconsistent with the text here. So yeah, he said it in a reverse manner, in a different wording, but it's still the same meaning. But yeah, whenever I'm reading while a character is talking and then he suddenly says the another part and I'm like, I got lost and like, what? Where? Wait, what? Yeah, and this character and this text right here is correct. Yeah, so it's basically Mexico as a planet in itself, right? Who are the cartels?
The major factions are Black Hounds, Silver Skulls, and Dread Ravens. They're powerful gangs spawned from families with long lineages in Seirdros. Dread Ravens in particular is the most influential. They control the commercial sector, mostly by providing protection from their rivals. Of course, that protection comes with a price.
I'm guessing they take a cut of business earnings. Kai nods.
As you can imagine, this constant power struggle means there's a lot of gang violence and instability, so businesses are very incentivized to pay the tithe.
One-tenth of annual earnings. So yeah, 1/10 of the profits, in other words. I'm beginning to see why Kai feels the way he does about his home planet. You're lucky you were able to escape the gang violence. He shakes his head.
If only that were true.
I blink. You were part of a cartel?
I didn't really have a choice. It was more dangerous not to be in one.
No wonder he said he never imagined working with a former IAP agent. Turns out he's a former cartel member. No wonder these cartels grew so powerful. If they stir up enough violence, people will be forced to pick sides. And as more and more people join the gangs, the cartels become more powerful. It's a vicious cycle. Which one?
The most influential one, of course.
So, Dread Ravens? He nods.
That's actually the reason I fled Sirdros. I wanted out.
And this isn't one of those situations where you can just ask nicely. Kai chuckles wryly.
Definitely not.
I pause. Hold on. If they aren't going to let you go that easily, does that mean you've got Dread Ravens on your tail?
That's why I'm here. What better way to lay low than to join a mercenary crew? Nobody asks questions and you never stay in one place.
Yeah. We're two kindred spirits running from our past. Bromance moment. But in one way, if we manage to clear our name, we still have an out. He doesn't. That's kind of... I knew it. I knew it. You and I, we are two kindred spirits. I count on my fingers. We're both running from our past, we both need to lay low, and we both like that mercenaries don't ask questions.
Can't argue with that logic.
The only difference is nobody's chasing after me. Yeah, true. Well, kudos that you've avoided them for so long. Let's hope it stays that way. Kai grins.
Thanks, but I can't take all the credit. Vela's been helping me cover my tracks.
Really? How?
She's been spoofing my old ship signal to all sorts of random locations. The most recent was a dumpster behind a restaurant in the Union, where I'd left them a giant teddy bear Valentine that said, "Gotcha."
Wow. Kai laughs.
I've been dropping hints like that throughout our travels. And it must be working because they haven't found me.
Or they do and they just want to play along. Well, I probably will jinx that. Let's hope not. But if I do, that means more scenes. So, you've been doing this for about a year now?
That's right.
Damn, I'm surprised they haven't given up I'm surprised they haven't given up out of frustration.
That's the dream, but they're a persistent bunch. Any idea where I should send them next?
Kai and I brainstorm new creative scenarios. Some of his suggestions make me very happy that I'm his friend and not his enemy. Note to self, do not get on Kai's bad side. The experience is strangely cathartic. Oh, okay. Hold on. Okay. Especially as I imagine what I could do to my the experience is strangely cathartic, especially as I imagine what I could do to my betrayers from IAP, whoever they are. Eventually, Kai receives a text and heads out. Before he leaves, he lends me his game, so I play stereo until my... Is it Star Real? Or, I don't know. Wait, I think Star Real is the more closer pronunciation to Mario, right? Until my eyes grow heavy and my yawns become frequent. Time for bed. I shut down the gaming console and clean up the space. Then I exit the lounge. Hold on, let me check one more thing. Okay, everything is in order. Yeah, if we go to bed, it's still kind of early. We can make do with continuing as well. I shut down the gaming console. I'm not sure if I think I've read this. I shut down the gaming console and clean up the space, and then I exit the lounge. Yeah, I'll read it regardless. I return to my room and get ready for the night. As soon as I crawl into bed, I fall asleep. Well, it's still like 45 minutes into the recording, so I'm gonna continue. When I wake up, I get started with my morning routine. We're still grounded for now, which means my day is completely open. Come to think of it, we haven't called Celeste ever since that dinner. I take my time getting ready before heading into the kitchen to eat breakfast. Just as I'm finishing up, I hear soft noises over in the lounge. I wonder who's there. I clean up my dishes and then cross over to the lounge. Vela is sprawled across the couch, squinting into her laptop. Hey Vela. She cranes her neck to look up at me, then she grins.
Oh, hi.
Vela rights herself on the couch and makes space for me to join her. So I do. I gesture to the laptop. Making big plans? Her grin broadens.
You know it.
What kind of plans?
I'm checking the job boards to see if there's a gig worth picking up.
That piques my interest. Wait, really? Are we allowed to do that?
Yeah, why not? We're allowed to do whatever we want as long as it's during our free time. The Aidos's final repairs are being completed by the dock workers, and all of the ship's diagnostics are up to date. So I've got some time to kill. Why not spend that time earning a little extra money?
That's a really great point. So far, I've only seen Iris arranging missions for us. But Vela's right. Our free time can be spent however we like. Usually we don't have too much time between jobs, so it's never occurred to me to choose my own small gigs. My mind immediately jumps to the overdue notices I've received from the hospital. We haven't had a mission in a while and the bills are piling up. Ask if I can join her, try to get an invitation from Vela. No, no. We'll back off from this one. Because we're with Luna right now, so no. In fact, I might take on an extra job too. I could definitely use the money. Vela glances at me.
Oh, you're also interested?
I nod.
Well, in that case, it might make more sense for us to do one together, right?
Well, I wouldn't want to intrude on your thing.
You wouldn't. I've been eyeing some of the two-person jobs because the pay is much higher. If we partner up, we can accept one of them.
Sounds good to me. She grins broadly.
Awesome!
Okay, so I'm guessing based on how there's no option to back off, I'm pretty sure we're still not officially a couple with Luna. Vela flips her screen so it projects on the table. She has a few different job tabs open, but she's focused on the local boards. How come you aren't looking on the mercenary boards?
I did, but they only have openings on larger projects that would require a full team. Since it's just us and we aren't sure how long we'll be here, I didn't think that would align well.
Couldn't we ask Iris, right? Maybe we can give her a request and see if she wants to accept it or not. Well, makes sense. I lean towards the table to get a closer look. We fall quiet while Vela scrolls through the listings. We keep a running tab of potential openings, but nothing captures our attention. Suddenly, Vela stops and points excitedly at the table.
That one right there. We should take that. It's the perfect job.
I lean in closer to read the job specs. It looks like a straightforward delivery mission. What's so special about this one? Isn't it just another delivery job?
No, look closer. The pickup is close by, and the listing is marked as urgent time sensitive, which means we can knock it out quickly and still have enough time to fit in a second job.
Yeah, that does seem like a good deal. The listing is open to multiple carriers, but we must supply our own vehicles. That's not a problem for us, and discretion is a must, which is also not a problem for us.
Oh, and look at the pay! They're offering double what everyone else is, and if we squeeze in a second job, that's basically triple the money.
Yeah, bad feeling. Because I'm thinking that scenario is coming, but I'm not entirely sure if it's this one or not. Yeah, at this point everything's a jinx at this point. Not sure whether it's related to Kai or not, but with that interaction with Kai, I'm almost concerned that it's related to him. And since she's helped, and since she's somehow involved in helping Kai, I wonder if it's the cartel crew catching. Well, I wonder when the cartel crew will catch up. Or maybe it's just a different scenario altogether that I'm not entirely sure. Yeah, basically the spoiler is we somehow will get in trouble with Vela as well. But I'm not entirely sure whether we can avoid it, or if we should get caught into it. Yeah, default option. Those are definitely a lot of positives.
Right? You can see why I chose it then.
I narrow my eyes. Maybe too many positives. Vela blinks.
Huh? What do you mean?
I mean, it's a close location, seems like an easy job, and it's offering a lot of money. If it's so easy, why is the pay so much higher than the other postings? Vela laughs.
Oh my gosh, is that what you're worried about? Everyone prices their jobs differently, and I bet some of the markup is because it's so time sensitive. They need people ASAP.
That's a good point. But isn't it a little weird that they need people so urgently?
You're seriously overthinking this right now. Are you really going to turn down this easy money? Because I'm not.
Vela seems pretty convinced, and it is a lot of money. Since I can't talk her out of this, I might as well join her. Just in case. I nod. Okay, fine. Let's do it.
Yay!
Vela cheers, throwing her hands in the air.
I knew you'd come around. Let me get us confirmed.
Vela pulls the projection back to her laptop and types away. A minute later, I hear a soft ding. She shuts her screen and scrambles to her feet.
Okay, I've got the confirmation now, so let's go.
I'm right behind you. I follow Vela as she rushes out of the lounge. We both split up to grab our essentials. I make sure my weapon is strapped and hidden underneath my jacket. I hope I don't need it, but it's good to be prepared. When we're ready, we meet up in the cargo bay and load into the buggy. The drive is smooth and fast. The location instructions are clear and our satellites direct us where to go. Before long, we arrive at a large warehouse facility in town. We pull up to the loading dock where a short, stout woman greets us. Her clothes are smudged with dust and dirt, and sweat lines her brow. She grins beneath her safety goggles.
Hey there! Are you here for the pickup?
Yep, that's us.
She lifts up her goggles to give us a closer look. Afterwards, she nods.
You've got a vehicle. That's great. The cargo is ready for you.
She points to a large crate a few feet away. I help Vela load the crate onto the buggy. People bustle in and out of the facility, moving crates and boxes. Lines of vehicles pull in and out of the many loading docks. It's busy here. Soon the crate is secured and the manifest gathered. I glance back at the woman. Is that it?
Why? You think your vehicle can hold more?
It's not that. How come you guys aren't transporting the goods yourselves? The woman laughs, big belly. What? Big belly guffaws? Wait, what? How? Huh? Never. Guffaws. Guffaws. I'm not sure how to pronounce this. You know what? Let's see if I can find a pronunciation.
Guffaw.
Guffaw? What? Okay.
What do you think we're doing here?
She points to the piles of crates stacked up towards the ceilings and the many vehicles driving in and out.
We've got so much product, we can't get it out fast enough. That's why we need the extra help.
Rayla's eyes widen.
Whoa! You aren't kidding.
After this run, feel free to come back for more packages. You'll be paid for each run.
Will do.
The woman checks the crate one last time and then sends us on our way. Rayla and I race our buggy down the streets following the new instructions on our satellite.
This is way better than I expected.
So far so good.
And the lady said we'll be paid again if we go back. So I think we should. Is this what it feels like to be an Uber driver?
Oh, come on. Another reference. Real life reference, no less. Probably. Rayla looks thoughtful.
I could see the appeal.
Our drop-off is at an industrial center, whereas the warehouse was bursting with activity. The industrial park is jarringly quiet. We look around for any signs or indication of where we should go. Instead, we spot a single guard stationed in front of the building. He waves at us.
Where are you coming from?
The warehouse.
Rayla reads off the address. The guard nods.
Go ahead to delivery bay 2.
Rayla nods and thanks him. The delivery bay we're looking for is straight ahead of us, and we pull into the docking center. Piles of cargo are stacked from floor to ceiling. Along the side of the room is a long metal staircase and railing. Yeah, this is the part. I'm just guessing, but Rayla and I glance at each other. The place is empty, except for one burly worker carrying a tablet.
What cargo have you got?
Hold on. We've got the manifest right here.
Rayla turns and reaches for the tablet when she suddenly slumps down. Rayla? I reach out to her, but something pinches my neck and my vision spins. What? Ah, the kidnapping scene. Everything is muddled. My brain feels like I'm sludging through mud. The last thing I hear are footsteps ringing against the ground. Then my world goes dark. So yeah, this is the kidnapping scene that I was talking about. So we are near the end of episode 3. So yeah, the kidnapping scene is the end of the episode 3. Yeah, I was wondering when that will happen. So yeah, we've been jinxing ourselves too far ever since our conversations with Kai. So yeah, and the Vela and the scene with Vela after that just confirms it. Well, they probably aren't involved with the cartel, but we couldn't be sure. So let's proceed. We still have time. Wait, what? So when I eventually come to, it's a bit trippy that the background is slanted. My head drops and a strange metallic taste fills my mouth. Where am I? Okay, good. It straightens out. My muscles are stiff and my hands are secured with zip ties, but I manage to push myself off the floor into a sitting position. Why am I on the floor? Ouch. Fragmented thoughts slip through the pounding drum solo in my mind. The delivery mission, the empty warehouse, Vela searching for the manifest. Vela! My headache is suddenly forgotten and I bolt upright. Where's Vela? My heart races while I scan my surroundings. Fluorescent lights shine above the scuffed linoleum floor. I'm not sure if that's a real word or it's just a fantasy futuristic. Oh, it is a real word. I thought it's a futuristic word. Futuristic word for the theme. The scuffed linoleum floor and dusty boxes are stacked around us. I think we're in a repurposed area of the warehouse. I finally note Vela's bright hair. It stands out against the dull grey walls. She's not too far, but she's on the floor, facing away from me. I pitch my voice to a whisper. Vela? She's motionless. Struggling against my bonds, I inch my way closer to her, wincing as my bruises make themselves known to me. I gently nudge her and lean down next to her ear. Vela? Slowly she stirs.
What?
Her eyes blink open and she looks blearily around. Another word that I'm not entirely sure how to pronounce. Yeah, I kind of know what that means, but I just want to make sure if I understand that word correctly. Are you okay?
I think so.
She tries to sit up and winces, frowning at the ties on her wrist. Suddenly, she's alert. Panic wavers in her voice.
Where are we? What happened?
I don't know. Last thing I remember was meeting that guy in the warehouse, and then we woke up here. I think we've been drugged.
Drugged? But why would we be...
Her eyes widen and her breathing comes in shallow gasps. She struggles desperately against her bonds.
No. We have to get out of here.
Whoa, hey. It's going to be okay.
No, it won't. Do you know what it means when people are drugged and kidnapped? I won't be stupid things. Come on.
Her voice snaps me back to reality. Okay, focus. The first thing I need to do is calm Vela down. Nobody is going to be a slave because we're going to get out of here. But first, we need to be quiet. We don't know if there are any guards around. Vela immediately stops and nods. And now for these bonds. I remember my training from IAP and the fastest way to get through the fastest way to get through the ties is to brute force them open. And it's a great time to have the strength trait. Yeah. It's a good idea to have the athletic trait as well. So maybe if we're going with the Vela route, I think I'm gonna go with this option. With the athletic option. Okay, so now I get it. I think episode 3 always is like dropping subtle hints that the character we're pursuing is like reciprocating our feelings, but we're technically not officially a couple with them. Now I remember. Episode 3 is where they know our intentions and they're reciprocating our feelings, but we're not officially a couple just yet. Episode 4 is where we officially become a couple, if I remember correctly. Then episode 5 would be all of the moments we'll be having as a couple. That is what I vaguely remember from on how the previous games work. Kinda. Like episode 5 depends on how the storyline would turn out. Like maybe we'll have a minor breakup, minor conflict, depending on who we're approaching, right? Or it could be wholesome as well, but who knows. But yeah, with Vela, since this is still a part of episode 3, and yeah, I don't think it makes sense for us to still be a couple with... If this scene happens, I don't think if we're going with Vela route, I don't think we're officially a couple during this point of the story. So yeah, it kind of makes sense that those scenes with Luna may or may not be us pretending. So yeah, we might not be an official couple just yet. And I think I've been rambling the same thing over and over. But yeah, I think this scene, yeah, I kind of jinxed us, but it's not from Kai. It's from the bad feeling we have from Vela, from the when we are looking for the job listings. Anyway, yeah, and episode 3 is kind of like, no, episode 3. The guide that I read states that the kidnapping was part of the was already at the end of episode 3, so we also might end up in a bad ending as well. Yeah, this will turn up, we can accidentally end up in the bad ending, so I might scum save at some point just to check on the bad ending, to be honest. And sometime maybe in the future we'll try out the Nebula Storm and see the bad ending from episode 2. So I'm guessing if there is a bad ending, that means we're at the end of a certain episode, right? I guess it's safe to say it like that. But anyway, let's go through this. Do we have time? I think we do. Let's go through a part until we reach a point where we will encounter the bad ending. Yeah, there is a bad ending here. I'm just gonna put it out there. I remember my training from IAP and I read this, so the next run with Vela, I will choose the athletic option. If we use our body as a wedge and try to pull our arms to the side, the force should snap the ties apart. I set myself up and pull myself away from me, then I bring them firmly towards my back. Like that. Vela nods. She sets herself up and copies my movement, but her bonds remain firmly in place. Keep going. It usually takes a few tries. Together, Vela and I work to escape our bonds. Eventually, I feel the short pop as my zip ties break apart. Finally! I look over at Vela, her brows wrinkle in concentration and her tongue pokes out of her mouth. But she isn't having much success escaping the zip ties. Here, let me help you. Vela pauses and nods gratefully. I stick my nail in the fastener and pull away the plastic clasp. The zip tie easily slips off of Vela's wrist. She rubs them and offers me a smile.
Thanks.
No problem. Now that our hands are free, the first thing I do is check my pockets. Vela follows my lead. Unfortunately, our captors have taken all of our belongings, including my weapon. So much for being prepared. Damn, you took everything. Vela nods.
Same here. Unless...
She pats herself and then gasps, her face turning white. What is it?
They even took my emergency pager I keep hidden in my... shirt.
Well, okay. I'm pretty sure I know what she means by shirt, and it's not as innocent as it sounds. Do I want to ask why you have a pager hidden there?
Because nobody would ever look there. Except these guys. They're thorough.
She hugs herself and shudders.
Way too thorough.
Yeah, hopefully they didn't cop a few. Well, chances are they did. Okay, we definitely need to get out of here. Maybe our stuff is stashed somewhere nearby. Let's look around. Vela nods and we search the boxes around us. Unfortunately, we both come back empty-handed. It must be outside of this room then. Let's check the door. We move the boxes out of the way, only to discover the door needs some kind of pass to be unlocked. And of course, we have no gear to hack it open.
What do we do now?
Although she's much calmer, I still note the fearful waver in her voice. Vela's keeping a brave face, but she's more shaken than she appears. There must be another way out. As I'm looking for another exit, I hear footsteps in the hall growing louder. A second set seems to be coming from the opposite direction. Vela and I both freeze and our gazes lock. I put a finger to my lips and she nods.
Are you just getting back? What are you doing out of your station?
It's been quiet, so I decided to go assess the merchandise, if you know what I mean.
I can hear the lust dripping off his voice.
You mean the cute one in here?
Not yet. Had to check on the others first.
The others? Are there more people trapped here?
You've been saving the best for last, I see.
I imagine the smile on his face, and my stomach turns in disgust. A quick glance at Vela shows she's equally repulsed, but the furrow in her brow betrays her worry.
What about you? Aren't you supposed to be prepping the ship?
Fueling's in progress right now, so I thought I'd get myself a sample instead. You fancy taking a break?
The second guard chuckles.
Just make sure you don't damage the goods, or you can kiss that paycheck goodbye.
They chuckle and I hear one set of footsteps go off into the distance. The other guard will be here in a minute. We need a plan. Let's make the let's start scum saving, because I wanna see the bad end, to be honest. Use Vela as bait. Maybe we can turn the guard's interest in Vela into our advantage. I turn to Vela. Pretend you're still knocked out on the ground, and I'll hide. As soon as he's in, his guard will be down and I'll knock him out. Vela's crease in her brow deepens and she quickly shakes her head.
No way! How about you play the bait and I'll knock him out?
He's not interested in me.
He could be. He didn't specify.
Are you really going to argue this right now?
Yeah, because your plan sucks. Besides, wouldn't he notice you're missing? We need to both pretend we're still asleep and then knock him out when he gets close.
The footsteps are right outside the door now. There's no time to argue. Fine. We quickly lie back down on the floor, pretending our hands are still tight behind us. This time, I'm only an arm's length away from Vela. We don't wait long before we hear the click of the automatic lock and the door slide open. Heavy boots thud into the room. I peek through slitted eyes, watching the boots head straight for Vela.
Wakey, wakey. It's time to have some fun.
While he's distracted, I sweep my leg out and catch his boots. The guard yelps and falls backward, crashing to the floor. I scramble to my feet and Vela takes the opportunity to roll over and elbow him in the stomach. He curls, clutching his abdomen, and groans. I silence him with a punch to the jaw, knocking him out cold. That's a punch! Vela returns to her feet while I frisk him for his weapon. I strap the holster to my belt, just in case. Vela pulls out an access card from the man's pocket and grins.
Just in case.
Nice. You heard what he said about the ship, right?
Yeah, if we reach it first, we can use that to escape.
I nod. Then let's go before he wakes up. We check down the hallway. Once the coast is clear, we exit the holding room. If the transport ship is already here, we have no time to waste in getting out. I lead us down the narrow hall, which is empty except for a series of doors. Suddenly, Vela pauses.
Do you hear that?
I freeze, straining my ears. Behind the closest door, I hear... behind the closest door, I hear movement and low, frightening voices. Yeah.
The guard said there are others. If there are people trapped here, we have to help them.
There might be a bad end to this, so I want to keep making scum savers. Yeah, the option to get the bad end is to like leave Vela behind, but I'm not sure which is the one which is the actual one. Yeah, let's choose this one first, because the first one is what I might have chosen if I'm not looking for the bad end on purpose. We don't know how many guards there are or even where the exit is. How can we help everyone when it's just the two of us? The best way we can help these people is by escaping first ourselves. Then we can call the authorities right away.
Who knows what will happen between the time we alert the authorities and the time they arrive? These people could be moved by then. We need to help them now.
Yeah, second option. I'll choose this if it comes to it. We can't help anyone if we're caught. Wait, what? Vela's right. The only way we can guarantee everyone's safety is if we know that we're here protecting them. I shake my head. Oh wait, what? It appeared once. Okay, it's a bug, I suppose. I shake my head. This is too big of a job for just the two of us. We need a backup. It's better if we escape and then get help.
Well, you can go if you want, but I'm not leaving them.
This is getting nowhere. She won't budge from her position. Alright, what if we split up? You stay here and help everyone escape, and I'll go get help. Vela is still hesitant.
Are you sure it's a good idea to split up?
Of course not. That's the bad ending. I'm just gonna say it right there. We have to hedge our bets if we want to escape. We can't afford to waste any time. Reluctantly, Vela nods.
Okay, we'll meet you at the ship.
I think choosing the tactician will totally avoid this bad ending altogether. I'll see you soon. While Vela uses a keycard to open the door, I hurry down the rest of the corridor, praying this is the way to the transport ship. Alone, I can move fast. I make it to the corner in less than 10 seconds. I cross-check automatically. Left clear, right. There's an oddly muffled pop, and suddenly my ears are ringing. I slump to the floor, my head spinning. My limbs are too heavy to move, yet feel strangely light. I groan out while my vision goes in and out. I hear scattered voices and yelling before my world goes dark. Ah! So that's the bad end. So basically, we never even get to escape. We just got bonked, and then we straight up just lose the game. Yeah, pick this first option. We've both seen firsthand what happens to those who are sold into slavery. Knowing that, I can't in good conscience leave these people to that fate. I nod. If we're getting out, we're all getting out. Vela grins and nods with a new determination. She whips out the keycard and places it against the access panel. Hopefully some of these people can fight so that we can escape better. The occupants recoil when they first see us. There's a mix of men and women, all of whom are disheveled and wide-eyed. Vela gently explains that we're here to help them escape, and they quickly follow us. We repeat the process with the other rooms until we gathered all of the captives, including me and Vela. We're 10 people strong.
Everyone, we need to act swiftly.
Vela keeps her voice as low as possible.
We'll head outside to the fueling depot where we can hijack the transport ship and escape.
The captives look skeptical.
How are we gonna make it past all those guards?
Yeah, they'll shoot us on sight if we're spotted escaping.
Vela takes a step closer towards the anxious group.
I know you must be scared, but my friend and I are mercenaries. I promise we can protect you and get you all out of here safely.
There's a few murmurs across the group, but overall Vela's words reassure everyone. I hear the faint sound of encroaching footsteps and signal to Vela. A guard must have heard us opening the doors.
Over there. We have to hide.
The hallway is empty, leaving nowhere for us to conceal ourselves. The only option is to retreat and wait around the corner. Vela helps the more injured members of our party across the hallway until they are all obscured from view. I shut each holding door so as to avoid suspicion before joining the group. The droning echo of plated boots grow louder. I peek around the corner as a rotund man holding a pistol comes into view. That's a fat guy, right? Yeah. Kinda. Okay, hold on. Let me charge my phone for a sec. Okay. Throw a rock, make a noise, engage the guard, get the jump on him. I'm guessing the tactician just avoids this or will show us the correct option, but I don't think it matters. I glance at Vela. I'm going to incapacitate him. Yeah, I'm going to incapacitate. I can't say that word. I'm going to incapacitate him. You stay here with the others. Vela nods. I wait for the opportune moment. When the guard's back is turned, I quietly skulk down the hallway. Slowly I creep closer, but before I'm able to reach him, he begins to turn back around. With no time to think, I automatically lift the pistol from my side. The guard and I lock eyes, but my trigger finger is quicker. One shot later, he falls to the floor. We cautiously navigate through the facility, sticking to the walls and shadows to remain hidden. Suddenly, one of the younger members falls to her knees, panting. She looks pale and sweat beads her forehead.
Can we rest for a moment? I can't.
I forgot that some of these people must have little to no energy left. Who knows how long they've been locked up. We pause in an unmonitored area and allow the girl to catch her breath. Once her breathing returns to normal, Vela kneels and cups the girl's hand.
Are you okay? I know it's tough, but we have to keep moving.
The girl swallows hard and tries to stand. Her knees buckle, but Vela catches her before she hits the floor.
I can't.
Panic rises in her voice, but Vela soothes her.
It's okay. Don't worry.
Vela gestures to a well-built man with minimal injuries.
Can you help support her while we move?
I'll try.
Vela and the man slowly lift the girl to her feet. She leans on the man who helps her stay upright. Together they take a few tentative steps. With the extra support, the look of fatigue on the girl's face becomes far less pronounced. I can't help but admire Vela's strength. Her confidence and encouragement has shifted the group's outlook. Although they are afraid, they trust her and look to her for guidance. We press on and eventually make our way outside, where we dip behind a large storage container.
Over there.
Vela points, and in the distance I can see the transport ship still docked for refueling. Upwards of 30 guards patrol the area between us and the ship.
How do we make it past them?
We need some kind of distraction.
Whatever it is, it needs to be big to draw all of their attention.
No. I wanna go stealth, but I don't think that would work. We'll have to sneak past the guards.
All 10 of us?
It's certainly risky, but I can't think of another option. I make the first move and Vela follows behind me, leading the group. We cautiously slip through the crowd, crouching from cover to cover whenever a guard gets near. It takes some maneuvering, but eventually we make it safely to the transport ship. We pile the people inside as fast as we can and seal the door behind us. Vela and I sprint to the cockpit. Do I need to click again? Or is the game hung on this? Wait, what? We're locked? Hello? Wait, what? Yeah, this is something that I must address to the devs. Let me just take a print screen. Yeah, this is certainly an issue. Let me just do we have to reload? I don't want to do that. Let me create a post. Let's create a post first. Should I go with... Not sure if it's text or continuity. Not sure which is the correct one, but let's go with text and continue. Yeah, really need to reload this part. Well, since we reloaded this, we can go with this option. Let's choose the first option. You're right. It's safer if they're with us. Yeah, Vela. Yeah, I don't know why it came out twice. It did came out twice. Vela grins and nods with a new determination. She whips out the keycard and places it against the access panel. Yeah, this is the same part. Make a noise. I slam my fist on the wall and a loud ringing echoes throughout the corridor. Maybe it would be enough to force him outside to check on things. Unfortunately, I hear the guard making his way closer. With each passing step, my brain scrambles to think of a way out of this. It's too late. He rounds the corner, pistol lifted. Vela springs to her feet and pushes his arms up. A second later, several bullets penetrate the ceiling. While he's distracted, I tackle the guard and knock him out cold with 2 rapid strikes to the temple. I glance at Vela. Thanks. She nods. This part is the same.
Whatever it is, it needs to be big to draw all of their attention.
So this doesn't work. This might not work because we have to sacrifice someone. Shoot a few. I spot a fuel canister on the other side of the arena. My concern is that we accidentally blew up the transport ship. I spot a few. So there is a correct option. I spot a fuel canister on the other side of the area. It's quite far away, but it's our best chance at a large-scale distraction. Hold on, let me re-edit my lines with the bugs. Okay. It's quite far away, but it's our best chance at a large-scale distraction. Yeah, I'm guessing that's a correct option. I feel like if we sneak past, we'll get a bad ending or something. Here's the plan. I'll fire a shot into that fuel canister. When it blows up, everyone makes a break for the ship.
If you miss, you'll give away our position.
Then I'll have to make the first shot count. Vela throws her brow but nods.
Alright.
I nod back and get into position. Then I take aim at the barrel. I inhale a deep breath and hold it. My extensive IAP training keeps my nerves steady. I can do this. I pull the trigger and a deafening explosion erupts from across the way, knocking a bunch of patrolling guards to the ground. An alarm siren rings out while several more guards run over. Their shouts echo across the yard. The transport ship is left unguarded. Now! Vela gathers everyone and we rush to the ship. We pile the people inside as fast as we can and seal the door behind us. Vela and I sprint to the cockpit.
Get ready to take off. I'll redirect all power to the engines and rear shields.
I nod and get the flight systems online. The controls aren't as familiar as the Eidos, but they're still intuitive. I work quickly. Once the ship is powered, we'll only have a few seconds before we're noticed. We need to be out of here as soon as possible, and we can't risk being shot down during takeoff.
Now!
On it! I punch the acceleration and we're sent flying into the sky. I look out. Wait, what? I accidentally left click. I look out of the window and as several guards open fire, but the rear shields ensure we escape safely. Once we're out of harm's way, I steady our speed and check our controls. The fuel tank is all but empty. It makes sense considering we interrupted the refueling process, but that doesn't stop me from mentally cursing. I quickly change tactics in order to conserve as much fuel as possible, then I alert Vela. There's no way we're making it back to town with this little fuel.
We won't have to. The comm network has just come online. We must have outflown the communication bubble.
Can you get in contact with someone?
We aren't in range to send a direct message to anyone, but I'm sending an SOS signal that Beep Boop can use to track our location.
I nod. Vela is quiet while she works.
Okay, I've also sent a similar alert to the planetary authorities.
Good thinking. No one should have suffered. No one should have to suffer like this again.
My thoughts exactly.
She finishes up and straightens.
Are you okay here? I'm going to check on everyone.
Yeah, I'll let you know if anything happens. Vela nods and makes her exit. Our journey is quiet until I feel the engines sputtering. We've reached the last of our fuel reserve, so I maneuver an emergency landing. A quick check reveals that everyone is fine, but there's not much we can do beside hope that someone comes for us soon. After a grueling wait, the Eidos arrives and touches down. Vela and I head outside, and once our identities have been confirmed, Iris and Luna join us. And where is Kai?
Are you two alright?
We're fine. Neither of us have serious injuries. Vela nods and relief washes over Iris's face.
We'll help you get everyone on board.
I'll take care of those in need of medical attention.
The four of us help transfer the former captives safely onto the Eidos. The more seriously injured are taken by Luna to the medbay, while the rest wait in the lounge. As the last person has boarded, one of the older men raises his hand.
Excuse me.
Vela and I start to move, but Iris stops us.
You two have done enough already. Leave the rest to us and go get some rest.
Iris pats our shoulders and firmly pushes us towards the exit, before she heads over to the old man. With no chance to protest, we obey Iris's orders and start down the hall. Vela falls quiet as we walk. Now that we're alone, her previous bravado has vanished. Her shoulders slumped, and although she looks ahead, it's obvious her mind is elsewhere. I think the gravity of everything has finally caught up to her. I understand how she feels. My nerves are jittery from all the adrenaline. When I reach my room, I pause in front of my door, but Vela keeps walking. Vela? She doesn't react. Vela!
Huh?
She jolts back, snapping to attention. I point the door behind us. Isn't that your room back there? Vela blinks. She looks around before focusing on her bedroom door.
Oh.
She backtracks and fumbles with a keycard. I wonder when we get our keycard back. I think the captives kinda took our keycards away, but maybe we have a spare. Or yeah, we probably have one. Eventually the lock beeps and she slowly slinks inside, leaving the door wide open. Vela is taking things pretty hard. I'm a little worried. I peek through the doorway and spot her sitting listlessly on the bed. Her head is bowed and she stares at her hands on her lap. Gently I knock on the entryway and she glances at me. Are you okay?
Yeah.
The response is automatic and doesn't match the expression on her face. Are you sure? Vela sighs.
I don't know. What about you? How are you feeling?
She gestures for me to come in, so I enter the room and sit next to her. Default second option. I feel like I could sleep for a week. Vela offers me a weak smile. She falls quiet again. It's okay not to be okay, you know. You've just gone through a lot.
That's the problem.
Huh?
We shouldn't have gone through that at all.
What do you mean?
If I hadn't taken that job, then none of this would have happened.
I'm surprised by the anger in her voice. Vela's hands have balled into fists, although they remain tightly clenched in her lap. You couldn't have known this would happen.
That's not true. You tried to warn me, but I refused to listen.
I may have had my doubts about the job, but even I didn't expect it to lead to a kidnapping.
At least you were able to see that it was suspicious. I didn't notice anything wrong at all.
Nobody starts out knowing everything. These are things you learn by experience.
That's true, but I've been a part of this crew long enough that I should have known better. Instead, I put you in danger and made the rest of the crew worry.
I wonder where Kai is. Maybe he's also busy. But he didn't show up during the scenes. I shake my head. You didn't put me in danger. I chose to go on this mission with you. If anything, I failed you by allowing us to get captured. Vela frantically shakes her head.
No, it wasn't your fault.
Missing line. Then you can't blame yourself either because you also didn't know. Vela smiles softly.
I guess it's not so black and white, is it?
Besides, if we didn't get kidnapped, we wouldn't save those people, right? Nope. She looks down for a moment. When she looks back at me, her smile is forced.
Thanks for talking to me. It's been a long day, and I'm kind of feeling tired now.
I nod and push myself to my feet. Yeah, go ahead and get some rest. You've earned it.
Thanks.
I make my way to the door, then pause. Don't worry. Everything's going to be okay. Vela nods and offers me another small smile. I smile back before exiting her room. I enter my room and sit on my bed, wondering if I should retire for the night. My mind won't settle and I don't really want to be left alone with my thoughts right now. I do whatever I can to distract myself. My phone is dead, and when did we actually get our phone back? That's the question. My phone is dead, so I plug that in. I plug that in to charge. Then I check my favorite websites, every form of mindless social media, and even my emails. But nothing works. Still feeling restless, I tidy up my room until it is spotless. I know Iris dismissed me, but maybe I'll do a quick check on the crew and see how the passengers are doing anyway. I eagerly exit my room and head down the corridor and into the lounge. The lounge is empty when I arrive. I bet that means the authorities have come to take the passengers home. I take a seat on the couch and wait for the crew's return. Vela was really shaken up by what happened, and I can't tell if my words help her or not. I'm worried about her, but maybe she'll feel better in the morning. A few minutes later, the rest of the crew returns to the lounge. Kai joins me on the couch while Iris and Luna settle in the remaining chairs. How did everything go?
It went well. The police have taken charge of all the passengers.
That's good. So that they'll get home safely? She nods. What about the kidnappers?
Sadly, there's no good news on that front. The group cleared out the hideout and escaped long before the authorities arrived.
There was no trace of anything? He shakes his head.
All their data was wiped clean.
I sigh deeply. Although I'm disappointed, I'm not surprised. I'm sure they had contingencies in place that were triggered as soon as we flew off. That's not exactly the outcome Vela and I were hoping for. Luna furrows her brows.
How was Vela?
She's processing. I relay my last conversation with Vela, bringing the crew up to speed. By the time I'm done, everyone wears the same concerned expression.
Vela doesn't usually contract missions, so she didn't know what to look out for. There are a lot of scammers out there, and their methods have become more sophisticated. More and more fake jobs slip through the cracks, so every job needs to be vetted, especially if you're looking on the mercenary boards, which allows anyone to post.
Yeah, something about the job posting seemed off to me when I first read it, but Vela was so convinced and wanted to go regardless, and there was no way I let her go alone.
It's a good thing you trusted your instincts.
Kai slowly shakes his head and sighs.
Oh, Vela, why does she always have to be so stubborn? How many times have we warned her to be careful? She doesn't listen.
I'm surprised by the anger in his voice. He leans back and runs a worried hand through his hair. Of course Kai's distressed. Vela's like a little sister to him. Luna reaches out and places a hand on Kai's shoulder.
Vela will be okay. She just needs some time for the shock to wear off.
I know, but if she just listened to us in the first place, then none of this would have happened.
Luna smiles softly.
Sometimes the only way someone will learn is through experience.
Kai sighs again but nods. But yeah, she wasn't that shaken up when we posed as slave traders or when she posed as a slave during our mission back in the desert planet Aksari. Like, yeah, when we infiltrated Xenoc's mansion. Kai sighs again but nods.
Yeah, I know you're right. It's just frustrating.
This is probably kind of a route. The neutral one, I'm not sure what this is. This likes the worst option than this. Normally the third one is like the worst option. Let's go with the second one. You're right, Kai. This situation could have been avoided if she just listened to everyone else's warnings or about being overconfident.
That's what I'm saying.
Okay, basically we're agreeing with Kai. Okay, fine.
Of course that seems obvious to us. But Vela doesn't have the same life experiences. It wasn't obvious to her.
But that's the point. You've all been in this work longer than she has, so wouldn't it make sense to take your advice? But technically Luna is the newest person on board prior to us joining, right? But in terms of experience, I guess Luna has more experience. Iris clears her throat.
What's done is done. Hopefully, Vela grows from this and will be more cautious in the future.
Luna nods, agreeing with Iris.
Anyway, everything that needs to be said has been said. I think it best if we all rest for the night.
The group nods in agreement. Iris and Kai are the first to leave the room. Luna lingers for a second to offer me one last encouraging smile. Then she follows the others into the hall. I take a deep breath and push myself off the couch. It seems like there's no escaping my thoughts after all. I stand to my feet. This time the fatigue catches up to me and I hurry back to my quarters. As soon as I enter my room, I collapse onto my bed and let out a weary breath. It's been a long day. No. It's been a long day. I think about what everyone has said. I'm still worried about Vela, but I try to push those thoughts away. She's safe and I've done all I can. There's no use stressing over what I can't control. Now that my phone has some power, I turn it on and notice there are a few missed calls from Celeste. Of course she calls whenever we are in trouble, right? I should call her back and let her know that I'm okay. The line rings and rings until I hit her voicemail. I guess she's busy. She might be in the middle of a medical checkup. Maybe I'll send her a text too. I quickly type a short message. Hey, sorry I missed your call. Been busy but I'm okay. Hope to talk to you soon. I'm about to put my phone away when I notice another missed call notification. It's from the hospital's billing department. My stomach tightens. This can't be good. I call the line and press through the automated greeting menu until I'm connected with the correct department.
This is Mia speaking. How may I help you?
Hi, this is Javelin Yu returning your call. I hear the faint typing of a keyboard. She must be pulling out my file.
Yes, thank you for calling me back. As I'm sure you're aware, you've been on a payment grace period for some time now.
Yeah, and I appreciate you granting me these extensions.
Of course. We're sympathetic to your situation, and we're doing whatever we can to help you, which is why I've called.
Her tone is apologetic.
Unfortunately, we are fully tapped out on the number of grace periods we can provide. The system won't allow us to authorize anymore. If we don't receive your payment soon, your account will fall into delinquency, which means it will automatically get pushed to collections. We'd really hope to avoid that if we can.
You and me both. The last thing I need are Wait, what? The last thing I need are debt collectors chasing me across the galaxy. My brows furrow. I appreciate the warning, but I already sent the payment to cover the most recent grace period. Did it not go through?
Can you tell me the date of the transfer?
I quickly check my account history and provide the necessary information. She falls quiet. The only sound is the clacking of her keyboard.
Oh, here we go. I see it as pending for process.
Is that a problem?
It was a security flag that triggered due to the payment being made from outside of Polaris space. I'll go ahead and manually release the fund, which should clear the current notice.
Okay, great. Thank you.
You're welcome.
I hear another round of fast typing.
Alright, your negative balance has been cleared, and your next invoice will be billed for your remaining outstanding balance.
My heart sinks. I'm still a few payments behind, and what's left of my savings can't cover all of the debt. I hate to ask, but is there any chance at all I can get another extension? Mia sucks in a breath.
I'm so sorry, but as I mentioned, the system won't allow me to grant another.
She pauses.
Although, if you don't mind holding, let me try one thing.
Sure.
Thanks. 1 minute.
Soft music crackles through the speaker in patchy bursts. Some things are guaranteed no matter how evolved our technology. Luckily, I don't have to listen for too long before Mia is back.
Thanks for holding. I wanted to see if your recent payment reset at least one extension. Unfortunately, the restriction is across your account. I'm really sorry there isn't more I can do.
It's okay. I'm thankful for everything you've done for me so far. I know you didn't have to give me those extensions, so I know you didn't have to give me those I can't read. I know you didn't have to give me those extensions, so thank you again.
You're welcome. Please let me know if there's anything else I can do to help.
Thanks. I will. After saying goodbye, I disconnect the call and sigh deeply. I've still got some time to figure things out, but I could really use another mission. Preferably one that will go as planned. The full weight of my day sinks me deeper into my mattress. Vela, Celeste, the missions, they all press down on me like lead weights. I'm exhausted. Too tired to think, too tired to move. My eyes droop and my phone slips out of my hand and onto the bed. Before long, I'm fast asleep. So, I think this is a good time to end the episode. We have another long one, apparently. We're near 10 minutes left to 2 hours. Well, technically, it will be like less than 8 minutes to 2 hours, but the time I would yap would probably bring us there, right? So we have two things going on that went on. First things first, we have a successful date with Luna during the first half of the episode, which leads us to kissing her. And yeah, I think based on this scene, I don't think we're officially we haven't officially started dating, but we are basically like, yeah, as I said, we're technically still locked. We're like locked on to her route now. So after that, the second day, we decide to take on a contract with Vela, but turns out it was a scam and we got kidnapped. But luckily we escaped, and apparently that took a heavy toll on both us and Vela. Right after that, we also received a missed call, and turns out, yeah, it's basically the struggling of our struggles paying Celeste hospital bills. So yeah, I don't know why like Celeste didn't bother calling the next day or something. Ever since the dinner with Kai, because Celeste calls, the last time Celeste calls was during Kai's surprise dinner, but after that she never called. But when she did, and after our kidnapping, to phrase it correctly, she called while we were being kidnapped, so we can't possibly return her call. And then after that, we tried to call her back, but we can't. And then we saw a notification regarding the hospital, and then yeah, too bad we can't get another extension for our payment now. Although we did get the funds released, because the latest payment plan because the last payment apparently was made outside of Polaris space, so that's why they thought that we didn't make our payment. So yeah, I think that's about it for this episode. So we'll continue we continue the game in the next episode. So for now, I'm just gonna end it right here. So thank you guys for watching, and I'll see you guys in the next episode. Stay safe and have a great day. Goodbye.